The journey continues. We have a rental car. We're in the Okanagan forest.
We're in the forest looking for wildlife, and of course the first one we saw was a deer. Suzi is not amused.
So I do have the Moza Mini S, and we're doing some gimbal shots with it.
Nice forest, but as soon as we stop to look for some bird or something, we get swarmed by mosquitoes right now. So we can't actually stop to do anything. We ran out of battery on the wireless Go, and we put the Fujifilm shotgun mic here because it's windy.
It's pretty cute, looks good.
We came up all the way to the top of the mountain because there were too many mosquitoes lower where it was forested, and we got swarmed. So we made it up to Sun Mountain Lodge, which gives you a 360 of this area. It's fantastic.
And that is actually a good tip for when you're looking for like landscape beauty shots, is look for the lodges because they tend to have like the best views. That's true for like Suncadia and the Hood Canal, like Alderbrook, Skamania.
Yeah.
Like a lot of our lodges here have the best real estate, and you can come up and, you know, don't abuse the privilege, but come and shoot from some of their views and just get some amazing shots. It's not an Nikon.
They give you a Nikon bag, a Nikon lens cap, and a Sony lens.
Sony 100-400, 4.5 to 5.6. This thing feels brand new. It's like so nice and actually really compact considering it is a 400. Whoa, that's cool. Yeah, that's super cool. This is like a different kind of shooting. You're like spying on nature.
Jeez, the detail on that tree.
Yeah.
That's really out there?
Yeah!
Jeez. We managed to get a pretty good half a day of shooting anyway today.
We actually did, yes. So yeah, there's some bridges here and a river, and it's actually sunset right now. The sun is breaking through the clouds, so I think we're gonna luck out.
The Fuji is getting way more color than the GoPro.
The Fuji is?
Yeah.
Probably than mine too.
Yeah, it is.
And it's alright.
It's not bad.
But I am shooting also in RAW. Are you shooting in RAW?
Mm.
You should be shooting in RAW.
I think I'm raw and JPEG,
Yeah.
whatever. Maybe.
Max.
Yeah.
Extension.
Yeah, I have that shot too.
Yeah. Well, good, because we gotta compare.
That's right. Even the GoPro looks amazing right now. The sun just set over the mountains, and we're on a really good footbridge here in Winthrop. It's a really well made footbridge. Serious construction. We're at a place called Perry Gin Park, and we're trying to do some bird shots, but we hear them singing all around, and when I look into these trees where they are, they're really hard to spot because they're very little, and even when I see them, they're hiding behind the leaves and I can't take a shot of them so far. But you can hear them, they're everywhere. And Suzi is out there in the distance far, and she's mounted the Sony on a tripod shooting in the distance, so I wonder if she's seeing something. We'll check on her in a bit. I suck so bad at this.
This is actually really hard.
So far I have a duck and a robin.
Well, I got nothing, so... I got scenery.
Oh, there's a little one.
Dude, the little ones are like harder.
They fly
I've
too
been trying
fast,
to
yeah.
do the swifts.
Yeah,
It's very hard to track them.
Yes, I can't with this long lens. And
No, yeah, this long lens is actually hard. It's like there's an art to just using a long lens. There's a bunch. They're fucking fast though. They're fast and they're small.
yes,
It's actually very difficult.
there are a bunch in those trees and they're singing, but they're so small I cannot see them. And when I saw one, it keeps hiding in the leaves and I can't focus.
So who realistically wants to be a National Geographic photographer? Because you know that this is what's involved.
You stay in location for
I mean,
days.
You better really be into birds or whatever it is that you're tracking.
We finally got to take some proper bird shots.
We found birds. So I guess the tip with birds is that if you're in like a more open lake where we saw a lot of fishermen, you can see birds there, but then they're not as concentrated as in like, I don't know what this is called exactly, like a marsh.
Like a marsh, yeah.
Yeah, so you have more reeds, the water's more still, and it's just easier to find birds.
Yeah.
So we each have the 100-400, 4.5 to 5.6 lens. Fujifilm makes one, as well as Sony. So we figured just because we both have two different kinds of cameras and they're almost exactly the same lens, we would just each get the lens. I have the Sony A7R III, Martin has the XH1, and we rented them from our local camera company. They were the same price, had them for the same amount of time, and so we're using them mostly for birding, also with monopods.
Yeah, with these big lenses you really need the monopod, and the one I'm using has feet and a head by Manfrotto, which is good stuff.
So I've been into monopods for a while because I've been using long lenses for a long time. So I have this one by Oben. It's a carbon fiber. I really like it because of how compact it is. And for me and my height, this works out really well. But the issue with it is that I couldn't put feet at the bottom. So I ended up having to get a second monopod. So this is a monopod from Three Legged Thing. It's actually among the tallest monopods, but it's fully extended. And it's magnesium alloy. It's not carbon fiber, but that's okay because again, you sometimes need the extra steadiness. But the real selling point is the fact that it has these feet at the bottom. And so even though you may not want to really fully suspend your camera, you don't want to treat it like a tripod, but when you're using it as a monopod, it just helps give you some extra stability. And it has a Manfrotto video head on top, but you can switch that out and put any tripod head that you want.
This head is great though, I was just shooting with it and it's really, really good.
Yeah, and even this one, I have the Mi Photo, like ball head on the top, so I always interchange my ball heads or my video heads. But yeah, we're testing out these two monopods and our lenses and cameras and trying to get some birding shots.
Alright, on to the next location. a pretty cool location with a lot of these ducks which have blue bills and we're going to identify later. Where we are now is kind of a high ground overlooking the Methow Valley, and it's not jagged mountains, it's rolling hills and many flowers and bushes on them that smell really good, and we're just looking for wildlife going above everything else here. So far we've seen a lot of ducks.
Well, and the thing too with I think wildlife, sorry I'm shooting B-roll so I can show you what we're looking at, is that if you even a common duck, I just saw a chipmunk, because I'm like, I honestly have never photographed a chipmunk. Like, I've looked at them a lot, but have you ever taken a photo or a video of a chipmunk? Or a duck for that matter? So I think, yeah, with something like nature, when you're just starting out, like even things that seem basic to you, like shoot them if you haven't done it before.
Yeah, and especially with video, you can get their behaviors on camera, which normally they happen so fast that you don't really know what they're doing, but later you can rewatch it and realize they have many complex behaviors that, even though it's just a chipmunk, it actually does many things.
Yeah, it gives you like a new appreciation for animals, I think, because even, yeah, these ducks, like I've seen ducks before, but I've never seen them doing that behavior we just saw them doing.
Yeah, not these kind of ducks either.
Yeah.
Now we have to get out because it's starting to rain.
Yep, yeah, it looks like it. See that cloud rolling in.
We're going to put Methow Valley on the map against the bulls. How about that, Methow Valley?
Ooh, ooh.